The story opens with Spider-Man triumphantly defeating SPIDER-CIDE, a shape-shifting, murderous clone of himself. As he heads home, Spider-Man reflects on his gratitude for having loving friends and family and more. But his peaceful slumber is shattered when police with guns drawn burst into his apartment. Confusion mounts as his longtime landlord denies recognizing Peter, and he realizes none of his belongings are in the apartment. Forced to leave, a disoriented Peter tries to contact Aunt May, but she dismisses him as a scam artist and angrily hangs up, believing him to be a telemarketer. The situation spirals further when Peter encounters MJ, who mistakes him for a stalker and calls for help. He attempts a quick escape, only to discover his powers have vanished. Peter receives a mysterious text, directing him to a specific location to reclaim his life. Arriving there, he boards a train, only to be confronted by a terrifying figure posing as a conductor, demanding payment for the journey. Shocked and afraid, he injures himself attempting to flee. Then he finds himself among zombie-like passengers who mockingly urge him to flee, as the monstrous conductor relentlessly pursues him. The story continues to unfold with Peter Parker desperately evading a crazed conductor on a ghostly train. In the midst of his escape, Peter befriends a young girl who daringly suggests they escape by dropping through a gap in the train floor. Her sudden leap shocks Peter, but he remains on the train, soon finding himself in the horrifying confines of the freezer car. There, he's confronted by the relentless conductor. In a desperate act of defense, Peter stabs the conductor in the face, only to watch in horror as he nonchalantly removes the knife from his eye, still demanding Peter's fare. The train abruptly halts, and Peter seizes the chance to escape into the rainy, dark night. His flight takes a disturbing turn as he stumbles upon photographs of his loved ones, seemingly held captive. Braving the ominous setting, he sees and enters a house, following a trail of blood-stained stairs and a faint cry for help. Navigating through the house with trepidation, he discovers Jonah chained up. After freeing him, Jonah informs him of two more women held captive upstairs, MJ and Aunt May. As they free MJ and Aunt May, Peter urges them to follow him to safety, unaware that they've turned into monstrous versions of themselves. The story picks up with Peter Parker frantically fleeing from monstrous versions of those he holds dear. Amidst the chaos, he figures out they're robots created by Mysterio and not humans. His theory proves correct when he cleverly outmaneuvers these robotic pursuers. His search leads him to discover Mysterio, helplessly bound to a device seemingly designed for neural extraction. Mysterio confesses that his mind was manipulated into orchestrating this nightmarish scenario. Peter then stumbles upon and dons a Spider-Man costume, feeling a sense of reclaimed identity. Their journey takes them through a labyrinth of sets and props, remnants of Peter's harrowing experience over the past 24 hours. Peter encounters Spider-CIDE, immediately suspects him to be the mastermind, and attacks him. However, his attempt to confront Spider-CIDE falters due to his lack of powers, and Spider-CIDE easily overpowers him. He explains how it took months to construct the elaborate mental torture chambers, days to implant false memories and suppress Spider-Man's abilities. Spider-CIDE then makes a chilling statement. The architect of Peter's mental torment is none other than the Jackal. Spider-CIDE reveals to Spider-Man that he was an unwilling pawn in an elaborate, fear-inducing illusion that was not designed to kill him, but to shatter him mentally. Utilizing a handheld device, Spider-CIDE disables the power damper and sensory manipulators implanted in Spider-Man by the Jackal, restoring Spider-Man's powers. He also discloses the Jackal's location. As Spider-Man navigates through the Jackal's macabre theme park, he unleashes his pent-up rage and annihilates the androids. Finding the Jackal, he's confronted with the tools the Jackal used on his victims. Spider-Man is momentarily paralyzed by fear. However, Mysterio steps in, urging Spider-Man to overcome his fear. Regaining his composure, Spider-Man fiercely attacks the Jackal. The Jackal insists his actions will continue to haunt Spider-Man. Spider-Man responds by breaking his jaw, ending the nightmare. Returning to a more comforting environment, Spider-Man checks on his loved ones. He feels a sense of closure as he swings through Manhattan's skyscrapers. Yet, a glimpse of the Jackal's reflection makes him question if the nightmare has truly ended.